Haddy the creator here, creating something new to share with you. A couple of weeks ago I drew Charmander and Pikachu up as abomination monsters. My goal was to do all of the original starter Pokemon, so Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. Today we're going to pick up where we left off and draw the rest of the original OG starters, Bulbasaur and Squirtle as abomination monsters. That's kind of a mouthful.
So as these go, first we draw up the cute version on the left hand side here, reacting to the abomination version. And I want to draw this Bulbasaur kind of reacting to the monster jumping back and rearing up almost like a horse does when a horse gets spooked by something. And I apologize if my voice is kind of coarse in this video. I have been sick over the weekend and coughing a lot, so my voice ain't up to par. But I'm gonna try anyway. Pulled in a reference image just to get the colors correct and just use the eyedropper tool and pull them right out of that image. And now I am jumping into the fun part and sketching out a Bulbasaur monster. So for this design I pulled heavily from reference images of pit bulls, those like really buff steroid looking pit bulls that you see, because the Bulbasaur is on all fours and I thought the monster would be cool if he's ripped up a little bit, like he has some good bulky muscles to him. I know he's more of a turtle or a frog type of character than a dog, but I just thought it would look cool and nice and menacing. And then I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of like drawing teeth. I like drawing big old gnarly gnashing teeth and getting in there and getting all the details and the gums. That's something I have a lot of fun drawing for some reason. Got his tongue kind of flailing up, curving backwards a little bit. I just thought that would look cool. Just detailing all this stuff out, drawing in all these lines. I have a lot of fun doing line art. Sometimes I don't really think I have a style, but then when I compare my art to other people, it's pretty recognizable. What I draw is mine. A lot of the artists that I found inspiring growing up had really strong line work, so I've always just kind of admired the strong line work, and I always drew with pen and ink, like straight pen. I barely ever drew with pencil or sketched out first, and I usually do my sketches really rough and kind of detail out and design it as I draw in with the pen, and just use the sketches for shapes and for basic structure, but not really to flesh out design aspects and elements of the detail work. So his body here is just basically straight pitbull. I try to make his claws and paws look as much like the original Bulbasaur as possible, but they are kind of doggish. I didn't really do anything with the plant on his back. I was thinking about some different ideas to make that more monstery or to make it like wilted and dead, but I ended up just kind of leaving it and just translating it directly and made it grow with him as he grew in size. But most of his monstrosities are his body and his face. Man, I almost feel like I should just stop talking. My voice is so coarse listening back to it. I sound like a raspy fool. And right now I'm just cleaning up some line work and getting it ready to start throwing some colors in, making sure I close all the gaps, because the way I'm drawing with the pencil tool, which is basically like drawing with a pen. There's no aliasing, so it's kind of a solid black, no variations to the black. So when I fill in inside, it will fill in everything so long as it's closed. Now moving on to the coloring phase, I'm just going to pull out some of the exact same colors from the other Bulbasaur that I drew here. And I'm not going to do anything too crazy, just because I don't want to spend too much time on these. I spend most of my time in these drawings on the line art, and I kind of rush through the coloring. But I think the coloring ends up looking pretty good. I do some shading and things around some of the darker areas, and I like how the inside of his mouth turned out with these pinks and reds. I think it looks really good, really organic and muscly. And now it's time to present the
Bulbasaur abomination.
So I don't know about you, but I really like how he turned out. I'm kind of hoping I can get the Squirtle to be at the same level as this guy. I think he turned out awesome. So let's jump in and see what we can do with Squirtle. So now jumping in and drawing up a cute Squirtle. I try to make him look scared, but I don't know if I succeeded with this one. He almost looks like he's dabbing or doing the disco or something, or pointing. Hey, look at that guy, he's creepy. He doesn't really look as scared as some of the other ones I've drawn. I tried to give him those concerned eyebrows, but they're kind of lost, just little thin black lines. Oh well, it still works. He's still obviously a Squirtle looking at something a little bit concerned. So design elements for this that I pulled from, I was thinking of the Cheshire Cat or like a jack-o'-lantern, how you have the jagged teeth back and forth. I thought it'd be kind of cool if his mouth was just zippered shut with these really sharp and pointy teeth. So I tried that out and I think it looked okay, so I went ahead with that. His eyes kind of have a lot of wrinkles and detail work around them, and then I gave him these kind of boils or these bubbles of pus or something that were kind of growing on the back of his head to make him a little bit more grotesque and monsterish, because he was kind of just looking like a giant Squirtle and not so much a monster. So I thought that those little blister things kind of helped pull that off a little bit better. Not to mention his sharp claws on his hand and his feet. And I guess I didn't add in the bubbles and blisters till a little bit later. So I thought that was in the line art phase, but I guess that isn't another pass that I go over. Now I'm getting ready to do the line art, just testing out the brushes, making sure the pressure is working how I want it, and I'm getting the right thicknesses from my brush, and I'm ready to jump in and start doing the line art. And most times I start with eyeballs first because I don't know why. It's just the window of the soul. I'm drawn to draw those first typically, but not always. Sometimes I don't. And here I go scribbling away on his face and throwing in some lines. And I feel like I kind of went a little bit conservative on this design for Squirtle. It wasn't anything too extreme. I didn't push any limits. It's just basically a big Squirtle with sharp teeth and a few more details in his face and bumps and wrinkles and some boils or blisters, and then sharpen his claws and stuff. Nothing too crazy, but I am liking how it's going, and I think it will end up being a cool piece. You gotta get the drool hanging down. You can't have a monster without some kind of spittle or drool coming out of his mouth. Makes him a little bit more scary. A little scurry with his rabies. Now, I keep having coughing fits in between voice recordings, so I'm just gonna kind of play through this and jump to the end because, man, my voice is shot. Now it's time for the
Squirtle monstrosity.
So here is the final Squirtle. I think he turned out pretty cool, but I think I like the Bulbasaur one a bit better. I think that one is a more original and fun. This one's kind of basic. And just for fun, let's put all of them together, all of these starter Pokemon. So here they all are, the three starters, the OGs turned monsters. I think this looks really cool together. And then just for fun, let's throw Pikachu in there as well. So here is the starters again with Pikachu added, the real OGs of the Pokemon.
Maybe I'll turn these guys into a sticker or a print or something, but seeing all of them together at the end is kind of cool. They make a nice little composition. Do you guys like it better with Pikachu or without Pikachu? I know in Pokemon Go there was some trick you could do to get Pikachu as your starter, so all 4 of these were basically starters in some games. Thanks so much for watching. I just want to share a reminder that we have a Discord server now where we have a monthly drawing prompt. I'll do a highlight video showing all of the drawings for the drawing prompt at the end of every month. So if you want to participate in that, go ahead and join the Discord server in the link below in the description. The goals for the Discord are the same goals that we have for this channel, which is to keep each other motivated, to collaborate with one another, and to keep on learning new skills, learn from one another. Just a positive, constructed environment all around. This is Haddy the Creator, and I will catch you on the next video.